And then, so does anybody have anything specific they would like to work on today? Anybody got any aches or pains they're noticing today? Anything?
I've had a headache since about 3 this morning, but
Okay.
you know.
Okay, we'll see what we can work with that. Anything else? We'll do definitely some neck, arm, shoulder work.
And you know, when you said that, I don't have a headache, but I kind of feel sinusy.
Yeah.
My nose was kind of stopped up this morning when I woke up with my.
Well, let's take a moment with that then. So for me personally, bursa. I feel my left knee today. I can tell fall's, it's always in the fall that my left knee starts to hurt. We're about to have a series of extreme pressure changes. I woke up feeling it today and went, oh, that makes sense. So we'll work with where we are. We'll work with what we have today, and we'll be kind to our bodies. But we will start seated. If you have a bolster and you'd like to use one, go for it. If you don't like a bolster, you don't have to use one. Take your time with your joints. Settle into your seat. Lengthen up through the top of your head and settle back into your spine. So I feel myself arch forward, so I'm going to draw it back and lift up. We're going to let the shoulders fall. And we're going to keep the head level. Make sure you're not jutting your chin forward. And also make sure we're not lifting too high up or tucking too far down. There's just this happy middle for everybody. So I want you to take your time and find that for you. I'm going to go ahead and get air flowing on this side here. If y'all get warm, let me know. Settling back into our bodies. Settling into the space that we're in. Think about taking up room in your joints, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrist, the neck. Creating space in all of these places. Opening up your torso for your breath. Feeling yourself expand in not 1, not 2, but 3 dimensions. So as you inhale, notice your length. As you exhale, notice the shoulders fall just a little bit. The ribs come down. Now next exhale, inhale, we'll notice the width of our body. Notice the sides through your ribs, your waist, pulling out. As you exhale, notice that drawing back in, just slight. It's not a big movement, it's small. And now notice the front and the back of your body. When you inhale, you don't just expand through the belly, you also expand through your back, through the back of your ribs, through the back of your shoulders, through the front of your chest. And as we exhale, it all deflates in as well. So think about all 3 of those dimensions now as you breathe, your length, your width, and your depth. Just like mind, body, and spirit, we're bringing together 3 dimensions. Trying to center ourselves. Trying to connect to the physical body. And try and connect to divine presence, being graceful, being kind, being forgiving, being open, empathetic, nurturing to your own body so you can be more nurturing in your community. Remembering it begins with the self and extending out. So breathing into all these dimensions, all these thoughts. Setting aside any worry. Just being present. Now let's begin, hands to the knees. We're going to open the eyes and become more present in the room and look up. we exhale, we're gonna look forward and out and down. Let the hands slide. Get as low to the floor as you can. Now some of you are gonna be right here, and this is awesome. If you can drop your elbows to your knees or your shins there, kind of rest on yourself a little bit. Don't let the head hang lower than the chest. So think about that. Bring the head up, bring the chin up a little bit. Make sure you're not going lower than your chest. Now, if you are pretty far forward and you can get low, put one fist on top of the other and drop. We got one more breath here. If you can get your head all the way to the ground, let it drop. Now roll back. Inhale up to the top. Draw the shoulders down as you lift the arms. So you could be here, but it's better if you can be here, open. Y'all look fabulous. Remembering soft elbows help soften the shoulders. Bringing the hands to the heart. And just centering for a moment. Looking out. Being present. Now let's do a nice open. We're going to take the left hand to the left leg and we're going to open the right arm back behind us. Now don't strain here. If you feel a pinching in your shoulder, soften, come back a little bit. Don't pull back so hard that you feel crampy. Just go far enough that you feel it open through your heart. You can lift your head. You can look over your thumb. Come back to your center. Look out. Right hand, inhale. Feel that twist. Shoulders are down, arms are open. That looks beautiful. And back to center. Finding your center. Hands to the knees, inhale, lift up, and let it go. So we're starting real easy today. Let's switch those feet around. Oh, yeah, feel that in that knee? So notice the difference, right? One side's just, it's all right. Be kind to it. We're just starting out. We'll warm it up. We'll work it out. Settle back into your hips. Shift if you need to. Now, let's focus on the breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do two more like that, but this time press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And let it out. Again. Now breathe in and out with the mouth closed, but working through that nose still. You can still use the tongue pressing to the roof of the mouth. It just gives you that little bit deeper pressure, pinpointing, allowing for easy flow. So just continuing. On this one, opening up again. This time we're going to look to the right. We're going to drop our chin a little bit. We're going to lift that chin and look forward. We're going to look over to the left. Very easy. Shoulders down. Drop that chin just a little bit. Not straining, not pinching. Just looking down. Level out. And look straight forward. All right, let's go arms up again. Now, let's take it over to the right. Look at that hand. You know it. Look forward. And then look up. Pull that elbow back. Let's roll forward. Once you've rolled forward, you're then going to take your right hand forward and then your left. and then your right comes to center. So find that center point here and just rest for a breath. Inhale, lifting the head to look out at the hands. Walk it over now. Right hand, left hand, right hand begins to roll up. If you need to take a few more steps than that, do so. Draw your shoulder down. I'm going to walk my hand in and my elbow down so I've got a better grip and better ground. So readjust when you need to. If it doesn't feel right, don't hold it there. Find that point that works within your body. Look at your hand. Roll it down. Walk it across. Find the center point, just settle for a moment. Don't drop the head too far, just look forward. Now walk it out, here we go. And roll it up. Push into that side and hip, feel that length, look out at that arm. And we'll go all the way up. And we'll let it go. Hands are going to come back. You're going to press back into your palms. You're going to lift your chest up. Now lift the head up. Don't rest it on the shoulders. Project your head straight up and behind you toward the corner of the room or the back of the room. Wherever you're seated, just think about that length and lift. Lift your heart. Let it arch a little bit. Feel it stretch through your chest, your breast even. Feel it stretch through the shoulders. Now let your ribs drop. Look over your legs and walk forward. Fall forward, hands stay back. Go as low as you can. Now if you can get your head all the way down to the ground, that is awesome, but don't force it down there. Just notice where it is. Push your head up and out, not down, but up and out. Get the length in your back. Here we go, using those erector spinae, those big muscles of the back. Straight up we go. And hands to our heart once again. Breathe. Y'all look amazing good. So that was nice and easy, opening up that body. Let's roll forward. Now if you can't do this roll forward through your knees, take them around to the side and just get yourself into this position. Ooh, wiggle out those hips. Take a minute if you need anything, if your knees need a little extra padding. I've got my mats doubled up today. So just do what you need to get comfortable where you are. All right, so let's do an easy walking of the dog. So I'm going to turn this way. You guys know it, but just in case, we'll go here. We'll turn, and we're going to start with those bent knees. And then we're going to push one heel back, and as we do, we'll lift that tailbone a little higher. Push up and back, feel it. And then bend that knee and push the other one back. And just hang out there for a second, and then real slow, shift to the other. And then shift. Now for some of you, you are never going to get that heel all the way down. And that's okay. It doesn't matter if the heel touches the ground. It's that you feel it stretch through the calf, through the hamstring, and through the Achilles tendon. Now if you can press into it and really drop, lift that tailbone, drop those heels back, wiggle back in your feet, lift your toes up just a little bit. The ball of the foot's down, of course. Try and lift that toe a little bit. Sink those heels down even further. Oh yeah, breathe. Lift the head, look at your hands. Exhale, look back at your toes. One more, looking towards your hands, lift that tailbone, and down. Easy peasy, I want you guys to shift down and drop into a child's pose. So as you drop into a child's pose, I'm going to turn and face you guys. You're down low, you look fabulous. Your knees are wide, you do feel that opening. Now, nice and easy, we're going to lift our head, bring our left hand back. It goes between our legs. We're going to drop down on to our left ear. Let your right shoulder drop, let your right elbow drop, even more, soften that hand. Inhale, lifting up and out. Shifting, taking that hand back, that's the right. You're dropping on the right ear, you're dropping the left elbow down, you're dropping the left shoulder. You're softening the left hand. Eyes are either closed or you're looking under that armpit or just over the top of the arm. Shifting out, shifting up. You go to all fours, but stay on those forearms. So we're in that all four positioning, but in the forearm. Nice and easy, just one time. Pressing through, drop your head a little bit. No tension in the head or the neck. Now, when I say look forward, I mean look at where your chest is pointing. So forward is where is your heart pointing. So forward's not going to be here if your chest is down, right? So think about that, just getting that forward look. Now, turn your toes under. Good. Lift your tailbone, just like that down dog. Walk your feet in a little bit and just hold. Press into your elbows, press into your hands. Press into your forearms. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Keep lifting that tailbone. Now lift your head, look forward, and then drop down. Push. Back into a child's pose we go. Nice and easy, transition up to all four now on the hand. Classic cat-cow positioning. And now on this one, we're just gonna look over to the right and slide the left arm under. So we're gonna go under the right arm, we're gonna slide under and through. You're gonna bring that right hand on top of the left hand and interlace your fingers if you can. You're looking to the right, the weight is in your shoulders and in your knees. The head is down, but there's no pressure there. As you rotate your right shoulder up, and then begin looking up toward the sky. Woo, breathe. Let it come down nice and easy. Placing the right hand in front of the face, nice and slow. We're gonna lift up and extend. We're gonna exhale and twist through. We're gonna go up. We're gonna twist through. We're gonna go up. And we're gonna twist through. Last time up. And we're gonna let it go right down. We're gonna wiggle out the hips. Settle into our center. All right, guys, good. Still looking forward of you, keeping that chin in, pushing out through the top of your head. Now, nice and slow, we're gonna rotate over to the left. You're dropping your right arm under and through. You're placing the right hand down and then the left hand on top of it. Roll that left shoulder up as you look up toward the sky. Remember, no weight in the head. Your weight's in your arms, shoulders, but especially the knees. Your weight's pressing back. Lifting up and twisting. Nice and easy. We'll let that soften. We'll bring the hand in front of the face. That's that left hand. You're going to inhale up with the right. You're going to rotate right. 1. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Number 3. And 1 more. And down. Wiggle out the hips. Awesome. Take a moment. Step out with your right leg. Take the leg straight out to the side. And then from right here, you're just going to try and press your bottom back and down. You're trying to get your hip towards your heel. just like a child's pose, but get low, just like a child's pose. You're not leaning to the left, stay in that right leg, your foot's all the way down if you can, all right? So from here, I'll turn to the side, still your right leg. So if you're down, it's here. Not leaning to get out of it, you're just staying in that middle, good. All right, yeah, got it. Now coming up slow, you're gonna look over to that right, you're gonna bring that left arm through. Let's combine it. Now you're down all the way on that shoulder. All the way on that shoulder. So yeah, so your knee, so come back up onto your knee, and you push your butt back, okay, and then you can rotate through. So actually, I might have called that out wrong. Y'all come back up for just a second. So you're not back when you're in that one. So we were back to stretch the leg, and then we shift up to do the next portion. The next portion is sliding the arm through, same as we did before. The leg is just extended. Do you feel the difference in that?
Yes.
So we're self-correcting ourselves here.
Yes.
We made a boo-boo, we fix our boo-boos. We look to the right. We lift the right arm if we can. Remember, the weight is in the outer right foot. It's down in this right arm, and it's down in that left knee. I meant your left arm. Your right arm's not got any weight in it because it's way up in the air floating. Feel it. 2, 1, coming on down. It goes right in front of the face. You rotate and twist out. So let's do that again. Nice and safely transition in, soft with that knee. Feel that inner thigh growing?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It got some stretch there. So now, out to the left. Root that foot. Kind of press into your foot. Make sure you got that weight out there a little bit, and then drop your hip down and back in the center. So not shifting back yet, just notice where I am. So when I say press out, I mean out. And then when I say drop in and down, this is what's dropping in and down, okay? Now the butt shifts back toward the heel. So we're gonna get there. We hadn't got there yet. There we go, and now we're dropping down low. We're lifting that tailbone even as we drop back. We're not tucking it under. Keeping that leg out and to the side. Feeling that inner groin stretch. Now we lift up. Keep your weight centered. Shift. Go forward. All right. Now, we got a little bit of weight pressing out to the left. We got weight in that right knee. And we got some weight in this left arm because we're going to rotate the right through. Now, we're not pushing back. We're going straight under and through. Shoulder down. Head touches down, but you're not bearing weight in it. Push your weight back towards your tailbone. And as you do, you feel that lift, right? Feel that stretch. Take the left hand to the right. Roll back. Look up at the sky, and then rotate up if you can. Left arm rolling up, drawing that shoulder back, drawing that chest open. Pressing down to the floor with the other arm. Feel that pressure. Not a lot of weight in the head there. It's touching down, but don't bear weight. Keep your weight back. 2, 1, hand down. Woo. To the face. Shift up and out. And slide back. Wiggle hips. Oh, my knee popped. All right, let's take a moment. Roll to the balls of the feet. So we're going to push back. This is for our Achilles tendon. Try and drop your heels if you can. Use a bolster if you need. Use the least amount of something under your heels you need. I love it. Cindy's putting it behind her knees. I'll show that one too. So if you're down low and you move up, you just kind of shift, get to your feet, and then you can go back down and drop into it. So if you ever need this variant, use this variant. Okay, try and come up as high as you can.
Are we on the balls of our feet at this point?
Right now, and then we're going to shift back to our heels. So if you want to do it without anything, you can drop low. Now I'm gonna drop in between my legs. I'm widening my knees and I'm gonna get in between them. The weight shift is different with that bolster behind you, right? So you gotta be really careful with it, but you did good with adjusting. And there we go. Hands go back down, go back up to the balls of your feet. Now we're stretching up as high as you can. Now we're stretching the soles of the feet. So we're gonna push them back down. So you also feel that in your calves, right? Good, all right. Let's do it again. Stay low, but get up as high as you can. Oh, stretching those feet out, wearing them shoes are mean sometimes. There we go. Try not to round your back too much. I know I got some round. If you've got a brick in front of you, get a brick and you can use it out in front of you to help with height. So I'm going to do this just to do it one more time. Now from right here, we're up. We're going to go up all the way on the ball and then sink those heels down real slow. Oh, soften the knees. So again, hands can be on a brick, a book, a can, whatever you got. If you need some assistance, use it. Now as you exhale, drop forward. Let your head drop down toward your brick and then look back between your legs. Hands slide to your ankles or feet. Let your weight shift back a little bit as you lift your chest up. Exhale, drop again. Y'all are doing fabulous. Inhale up. Now walk it up. Now don't lock the knee. Push the leg into the hand a little bit. Push the hand into the leg. Lift up and out. Feel that shift. So the legs can be long, but don't lock or hyperextend back. Slide up above the knee. Same thing, engage as you do. Lift that back. We're not rounding. We're trying to stay flat or even with an arch. Now from here, reverse dive. Bend the knees, look up, lift. That was a slow walk up. Inhale. And let it go. Woo, good morning, everybody. Take a minute, shake that out. Get a drink of water if you need. So now that we're up, let's get to some standing poses. So with our standing poses, we do want to focus on our balance, but the biggest part of balance comes from our core and not our legs. So I want everybody to just start with this for a moment. Just play with dipping the belly forward, tucking it, and just get that really big bowed out belly. Ooh. Now, come back. Tuck it as far under as it'll go. Ugh. You've seen people walk like this, right? Now let that go. Where's happy middle? Do you feel it now? Let's try it one more time. Over arch. So this is called a lordotic stance, lordosis. Overextension of the belly forward. Look, there's nothing supporting your belly if it's like this, right? And the butt's way back here, so it's like there's no connection between the two. If we find the middle and then we go beyond. Now same thing, our back's got no support and our pelvis is way up here. So find that happy middle. Oh, soften those knees, get into each one. Now a little bit smaller. Tuck and arch. Tuck and arch. So I'm going the opposite way saying it, but a tuck is forward, arching is back. Y'all are doing fabulous. Y'all are doing the right thing. I was just calling it wrong. And then we tuck in, and then we roll out. We do it 2 more times. Tuck in and roll out. Now, just notice, how's your back feel? How's your belly feel? Do you feel connected to that core a little bit? So now as we stand, we want to find that core for our balance. So this first one, let's just do something really simple. We'll find our center. We'll stand nice and tall. And we're just going to pick one knee up. So we're going to put our weight into our right foot. Spread your toes out if you can. Put your pinky toe down, then the ring toe, middle toe, first toe. and then press back into that heel. Make sure the toe's going straight forward. See a little rotation? Yeah. It's going to feel weird in your knee. If you're used to having your foot turned out, turning it straight forward will feel a little odd in the knee, but work with it. We want to find center again. So lift up and shift into that hip without shifting to that side. So keep it in and up, and we'll just start with that leg straight forward. Now find something out in front of you, high, keeping the chest high, and lift that knee as high as you can take it. Now we're not hanging on to anything, we're just doing the work. Push that heel forward. Push it out and away from you. If you can lift that higher, lift that higher. If you need to let it be a little lower, let it be lower, but don't let it down yet. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Shift into that left foot. Spread those toes out. Push up into the ball. Shift over into the foot. Lift up through that core. Finding the center, we lift the right knee. Lean back a little bit. Soften, don't clench. And extend that leg out. Go as high as you can. Again, if you need to be low, you're low, but you just don't let it go. Go as high as you can for 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. We shift again, step in. This time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add a little crossover element to it. So we're going to spread that toe out on the right, getting it ready. The crossover element will be here nice and tall, and then bringing this to here. All right, so we're going to lift that left foot, shifting in. We have our balance point. Dropping, we're not clenching, we lift. Put that knee, or that heel right above the other knee. Don't clench, soften. Soften that standing leg. If you bend that knee a little bit and really give that left leg something to rest on, you'll root in. Lift up. Trapeze artists throw those arms out and hold that bar because it redistributes the weight through their core and their center, right? Think about how they do that. They're going out to the side with their weight. Keeping it centered by distributing in all directions. Awesome, 2. Now just extend the leg out. Don't hold it long. 4, 3, 2, and down. Stepping out and over. Shift. Lifting, softening. Pulling that hip in, lifting that chest up. Soften that left knee and go ahead and bring the right leg up. Find that balance point. Lean back into it. You're just holding yourself in place. Knee pointing straight up if you can. Try not to let it cross over. This is a forward lift, not a tree. Leaning back, feeling tall, pushing that weight out. Feel it in your belly, drive in your belly. Move your hips if you're feeling off balance. It's there that you change what's going on. Extend that leg out. 4, 3, 2, 1, let it go.
Oh, just in time.
Yeah. Take one moment, get a strap. If you have one, you may not need one, but I do encourage everybody to have one to begin. Just grab one of them. Whoop, whoop. Oh, there you go. And I have these ones. Okay. Now you may not need the strap as you go, and you may find that you can let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and just say double it. Some of you with an extra long strap might want to do a triple tuck on it, so you just got a good handhold. All right? So we've got where we want it to be. We're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. We're just going to change one thing. Without looking at it, we're going to put this strap around our foot. So I'll show you how it'll be done. If you want to try and go ahead and follow along. I'm not looking at it, and I'm right there. So that's what our goal is going to be. So again, if you need that strap to be long, if you've been here and you go over, when you extend out, you'll be low. All right, so you have options. Just going ahead and give them to you. When you're ready, shift into the right foot, lifting through the body, reset through the hip. Put the strap around your left and extend the leg out. Reach back with your left arm. Keep your focus forward right now. Now, big, big, big challenge. Blink. Find something to look at on the left. Cross over, look to the front. Cross over, lift it up. If you can, grab your foot. Let go of the strap. Just hold the foot if you can. If you need to keep the strap, hold it. And let it go. Awesome. Wiggle it out. Let's do that same thing, other side now. In the center. We're talking. We're lifting. We're getting over to that left side, balancing the hip, not hiking, but balancing. Lifting. Put the strap on the right. Extend it. Lean back. Reach back with that right arm. Push into each direction. Blink. Look to the right. Pick a focal point. Don't look away from it. If you can, cross over the leg and bring it to the front. Bring it up to the hip. Grab the foot forward. Let it go. Sometimes one side's just like, yeah, got that.
Yeah, and the other side's like, I'm not doing that.
I don't want to play that game. All right, we're going to do the same thing now. I'm going to do it without the strap, but if you use your strap, use your strap. Don't let go of it if you need it. Don't use it as a limitation. Know it that it's giving you the ability to do this whole flow. So let's go. We're going to shift into the right. Now we're going to do all that we've done before. We're going to bring it up. We're going to extend it. We're going to go out. We're going to turn. We're going to come up into here. And then we're just going to try and balance. Then you're going to bring that arm around. And we're going to try and take arm toward foot. Now that's where the strap will be handy for some like me who can't grab their foot. We'll try. I don't expect anybody to do it today. But if you can, go for it. All right, nice and tall. Shift into it. What's that? Lordotic, kyphotic. Find the center. Shift to the right, put the strap around the left foot or hold the left foot. All right, find what works for you. Lifting up, extending out. Looking over to the left side, twist. If you can, look behind you. Looking forward, bring it around, slow. Bring the hip up, or the heel up toward the hip. Bring that hand back. So I'm going to bring my left hand back, grab that strap. Try and balance. 4, 3, lean in, push that knee down. 2, 1, let go. And that's how it is sometimes. All right, remember it's a practice, not a perfect. We're doing it. We're practicing. All right, so now, same thing. We're going to go through that whole series, and then we're going to wind it down. So we've done some lovely waking it up, getting it moving stuff. Shifting. Picking it up. Go for your extension first. Blink when you're ready. Look to the side. Blink and look back if you can. Come to the front slow. Reset. Bring it up toward the hip. I think all of us are struggling this morning, and that's all right. Do what you can. Bring it back. Get that strap if you can. Lean into it. Use your own body as support. Push that knee down. Because my arm is back and able to press against my back, it gives a really interesting support there. And let go. Oh, amazing, amazing. Let it go. All right, since we're still standing, let's do some work here. I'll go same direction to get us started, and then I'll face you guys. You're going to put your right foot down, turn your left knee out. We're going to push out to the side, and we're going to go up and over with the arm, looking down toward the ground. We're going to lift up and look forward. We're going to look over. Push the hip out. Lift up. Push over to the side. Lift up. Push over. That's it. Lift up. Hip push over, lift up. Push over, lift up. Hip out, lift up. Hip out. So it's really not me tipping from the upper body, it's just that shift. I'll just give it a little extra as I look to that side. One more. And lift. You felt that? Nice. All right, so we'll let that go. So you have your left leg here, correct? So now we'll step that left leg back. We're going to take the left arm up and over and the right hand behind. And you're going to arc looking over now to the right side, then to the front, then up toward the sky. Push into your feet, grip with your toes if you need to. Spread them out if you can. Draw the shoulder back, lean back a little bit. Lift up higher through the chest. Push into your feet. Push that elbow up, 2, 1. Let it go. Unravel. All right, so now you're going to bring that right foot in. And you're going to do that same little thing. Pushing out and lifting up. Arm up, lift, press, and one more, nice and strong. Push that hip out. Lift up. Then you're just going to step that foot back behind you. Good. So now, no, I'm going the wrong way. You have it right. Going up and around. Bring that left hand around. Try and touch your right hip. Bring the right arm up and tip over to the side. So your right leg's on the back. Root into it. Root into those left toes as well. Lean back. Look forward. Look up if you can. Feel the rotation through the neck. Good. Coming up and out. Stepping back. Both arms come back now. You're going to grab your right wrist, pull it over to the left side. Notice your left elbow and your right hand are pointing to the left, so look to the left. Draw the shoulder down. Draw the hands lower down the back. Lean back. Pull your belly button back. Don't overarch. So we have that tendency to do this when we're here, but I want you to draw it back and down. Okay, very good. Look straight forward. Now let that right arm fall. Bring your left hand up against the side of your neck and tip it over as you reach down through your right arm. If you do this one right, oh my goodness, you feel it instantly just opening things down that shoulder and through that neck. You got it. That's it, down through that right, tipping to the left. Not pushing the shoulder up, keeping that shoulder down. And then come out of it easy. Help the head to center. Oh, nice. Bring the right arm up. Grab a hold, pull it back. So once again, what do we have a tendency to do? Draw it back. Push that head against the arm. That's where your stretch is, right? Push that head against that arm and oh yeah. That's the stretch. Soften the knees, pull the belly button back, stand up even taller. Let it go. Oh. All right, guys, y'all are doing fabulous. Bring that left hand back, bring it across, shooting over to the right. Now let's look to the right. Draw the shoulders down. And just feel that stretch, nothing extreme. And then we go to the forward positioning. Let the arm fall. Right hand comes up and touches the side of the neck. Reach down through your left arm. It is instant. Don't lean forward in your head and don't lean too far back. Make sure you're going right ear to shoulder. Pulling down through those arms, wiggling every once in a while with the fingertips. Keeping that head in neutral. And then coming out. Left arm up. Get back there, push against it. Oh, with the head, draw the ribs back, let your tailbone drop. Not tucking under, but just lengthening now. Oh, feel that stretch for 4. Amazing. 3, shoulders down. 2. And 1, letting it go. Release, roll your shoulders down. All right, we'll do the last of it, will be our quarter turn for the neck. So when I say quarter turn, I just mean we're doing a quarter of it at a time. Don't ever roll your head around in big old circles. Be very cautious of that. Those spinous processes on the back can grind. We don't want to do that. So no bone spurs of the neck, so that's our goal. What we do want to do is tuck the chin down and lengthening the back of the neck. So feel the back of your leg lengthening as you go toward the hollow of the throat. You're not way out over your chest. Your head is up and back. There we go. Now drop over towards your right ear from there. Oh, you can let that left arm drop. Feel that stretch again. Oh, yes. Now from there, without strain, let the head come back, but it doesn't go down. You're looking up and lifting your heart. So it's almost like a standing back bend. So I don't want to see this. No scrunching. Your head should not touch your shoulders. Instead, from the ear, it just goes back and lifting straight up. Now the ear over toward the opposite shoulder. That'll be your left. And that right arm goes down. Oh, hello. And then forward toward the hollow of the throat. Lifting to neutral. Again, we're going to do that again, but in reverse. Chin toward the hollow. Ear to shoulder lift. Not down to the shoulder, but pressing those arms down. Keeping the arms down, bring the head back and lift the heart up. It's almost more of a standing back bend than a bringing back of the head. Yeah. Right ear, right shoulder. Tipping over, still looking forward. And then bringing it down. Lifting up to the sky, both arms we lift. Bring your hands to your heart. Be a mountain for just a moment, strong and tall. Feel the power of your feet connected to the floor. Feel the earth moving up through you, connected to you, and helping you keep ground. Inhale up and feel the connection to the air. It moves around us and it helps power us. We're grateful. Clean air. Grounded and diving forward, soft. Hands down the legs. Slide down those legs, just connect. Soft. Look forward out in front of you. Exhale, dropping down. Sinking further into your forward bend. One more time, inhale up and out. And exhale down. Last time, inhale forward. Drop the hands out in front of you and very slowly walk your feet back like a down dog and then straight down to the knees. Widen your knees, push back. And we'll once again go left hand through the legs, dropping the left ear to the ground. Look over to your right, let your elbow drop, let your shoulder drop. Just soften. See if you can get your ear to the ground. Hear the humming of the building. If you can ever do it outside, get close to a tree and really see if you can hear the sap moving through a tree. I'm not even kidding. There's a pulse in a tree as well. So just be aware. Things are moving around you. The building is alive with electricity.
The earth is alive with so many different species. Just being humble in this moment, finding your connection to it all, finding your place. Accepting. Feel your pulse. Now very slowly as you guys slide up, you're just going to lift. Sliding the left hand forward, sliding the right hand back and down. You're going to drop that ear to the ground and get all the way down. As you do, I'm going to turn this fan off and get us a bit of stillness. We're slowing down. It's still our morning, but we're taking it gently through our day, knowing our days will have highs and lows. There will be times of very high energy and times when we need to restore that energy. Going with the flow of the need of the body, the need of the mind, and really following the spirit, listening to what it needs. How can you be more connected to the divine and disconnected to worry, disconnected from sorrow? Notice your heartbeat. Notice the rhythm of your breath. And the humming of the floor. Nice and easy will shift. Shifting up. And now coming back to a seated position. Pick one that works for you. If you want to use a bolster, use a bolster. If that's not natural to you, that's fine. Sit down into what works for you. And this is again where bolsters and bricks come in handy. If you need a little support, use a little support. Tuck your tailbone under once and then sit back into your spine. Lift up through the top of your head and let your knees drop down. Just being present. Going back into those 3 deep breaths, pressing the tongue toward the roof of the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Again. Sit back into your spine. Take a moment, bring your hands to your heart. Just think about the things that you're grateful for in your life. Just a quick gratitude review. Taking a few more deep breaths, just being grateful, accepting, and acknowledging. And I thank each of you for your presence and your practice today. Being willing to try, being willing to fall, being willing to learn. Staying open to the possibilities with the body. And accepting of challenges. Meeting the challenge in each day.
greeting that challenge with gratitude, for you will learn something. I thank you for your presence and your practice. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Go slowly. Oh, yeah. But as always, thank y'all for giving me stuff to work with. If there's ever anything you need, let me know.